You know what's funny? The things that could potentially change your life, the things that you actually want to do, those are the things you keep pushing to tomorrow. The stuff that matters, the project, the business idea you have had since 2019. The thing that, if you're honest with yourself, you think about every single day. And look, I'm not here to lecture you. I'm not one of those guys who woke up at 4 a.m., ran a marathon, then built a seven-figure business before breakfast. I am someone who still fights this every week and sometimes every day. But I have figured some things out that I wish somebody had told me long time ago. And in this video, I want to break it down, not just the why, but something that nobody actually really talks about. It is what happens when you keep choosing Netflix over something you actually want to build or actually want to do that can potentially bring you more fulfillment. Stay with me because by the end of this video, and if you watch the whole thing, you will see procrastination with a completely different perspective. And maybe that perspective is what you're needing to change your behavior. Most people think procrastination is a time management problem. Like if you just got the right planner, right app, or even the right morning routine, you'd finally stop putting things off. But that's not it. Procrastination isn't about time management as much as it's about how certain things make you feel. Just think about it. You're sitting there and you have two options in front of you. Option one is work on the thing, the business idea you have had since 2019, or simply exercise or develop a new skill, whatever it is for you. Essentially, it's hard and slow, and there's no guarantee it's going to work. And no one is clapping for you for this for today. Now, option two is picking up your phone, opening an app, and getting a little hit of something. An entertainment or distraction or connection, doesn't matter what it is. It's something that makes you feel good immediately. Your brain isn't broken for choosing the option two because it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It's chasing the dopamine. And if you don't know what dopamine is, in simple words, it's a feel-good signal your brain produces when you get a reward. And your phone is engineered by some of the smartest people on earth to give you that signal as fast and as often as possible. You're not lazy or undisciplined. You're just a human being in modern day world outgunned by billion-dollar companies who are competing against each other to get your attention. And understanding that is actually the first step, because once you stop beating yourself for being lazy and start asking, what is my brain actually doing right now? That's when things start to change. Right now, not in theory or not what sounds good, but do you actually know what you're working toward? Like really specifically, not I want to be successful or I want to build something, but actually what are you trying to do in the next 90 days? What does a good week look like for you? What's the one thing you would work on if you only had 1 hour tonight? Most people cannot answer those questions without pausing, and that pause is where procrastination lives. When you don't have clarity, your brain defaults to the familiar, the comfortable, the easy, because doing anything that moves a needle requires knowing which direction the needle is supposed to move. Without that, you're not really procrastinating, you're wondering. And wondering feels exactly like procrastination from the inside. And then there is a third thing. This one's sneaky. It's planning. And to be specific, it's over planning. There's this trap a lot of people fall into, and I did it for years, where planning becomes its own form of procrastination. You make the list, you set the goals, you put it in a nice framework, quarterly goals, monthly themes, weekly reviews, and it feels really productive. It really feels like doing something, but at some point, the plan becomes the destination, and the actual work, the uncertain, messy work, keeps getting pushed to once everything is lined up. Everything is never fully lined up, you know that already. Look, if you have been watching this and nodding along, here's what I need you to do. Don't close this tab or save it for later or put it in a playlist you will never watch, because the next part is where it actually gets useful. I am going to give you the practical stuff, but I need you to hear the why first. Otherwise, this is just gonna be like any other tip video, which you will forget by tomorrow. So keep going, and I promise it's worth it. Here's what I have found actually works, and I want to be honest. These aren't quick fixes, there's no hack here. What I'm going to share are practices, the things you build into how you operate so that the friction starts to disappear over time. Your relationship with your phone is the front line here. Not the only battle, just the front line. Because if you can't create even small pockets of uninterrupted focus, if the phone is always within arm's reach, always pinging, always pulling, then nothing else we talk about today is going to stick. So here's what I want you to actually try. For example, if you are someone who wants to grow on social media, don't quit it, but change how you consume it. Instead of scrolling mindlessly, pick 5 to 10 accounts that are genuinely doing what you want to do. Then when you open the app, you go there with a question. Why did this piece of content work? Who is it for? What's the structure? Now you're not mindlessly scrolling or consuming, you are researching. And if social media is genuinely just a distraction for you, no judgment, be honest with yourself, set a timer. When the timer goes off, you close the app, period. First few days will be uncomfortable. That discomfort is the pattern breaking, and that's the point. Second thing, move your body. I cannot emphasize this hard enough. Seriously. And I know everybody says this, but here's a specific reason why this matters for procrastination and not just general health. Physical movement, like lifting, walking, anything that gets your blood moving, changes the neurochemistry that makes you reach for cheap dopamine in the first place. When your body is in better shape, when you are fueling it better, you need less from your phone to feel okay. I know it sounds indirect, but it's not. It's actually most direct intervention that I know. And here's a bonus that took me a while to figure out. If you are going to the gym or going for a walk anyway, stack it. What I mean by that is whenever you're working out or walking, put on a podcast or an audiobook related to what you are building. Use that as an input and not as entertainment. Ideas hit you differently when you're moving. So keep your phone close enough to write things down, but make sure that you're not scrolling. And here's the third, and I feel like it's so underrated. It's mindfulness or something like it. And before you skip ahead, I don't mean sitting down cross-legged on top of a mountain. I mean learning to notice what's happening inside you before you reach for the distraction. Because here's what actually happens when you procrastinate. You feel something uncomfortable like anxiety, uncertainty, boredom, low-level dread, etc. And before you even consciously register it, your hand is already on your phone. The behavior is that fast. Mindfulness, even just for a minute a day, building slowly, teaches you to catch that gap between the feeling and the reaction. And in that gap is where you actually get to choose. Start with 1 minute without any app or guided track. Just sit down and notice what your mind does. It's going to be boring and uncomfortable at first, and that's the practice. Okay, I want to get as real as possible for a second. All of those things I just mentioned, the phone boundaries, movement, mindfulness, all of those work. But they are not the reason why people keep watching procrastination videos. They keep watching those videos because they want someone to tell them it's going to be okay. So let me do that. The gap between who you are right now and who you are trying to become is not a character flaw. It's not a proof that you can't do it. It's just friction. Friction is normal. Friction is actually the right signal because it means you're trying to do something that matters, something that's hard, something that doesn't come with a guarantee. Easy things don't have friction. Nobody procrastinates on watching TV. So when you feel that pull, that I will do it later feeling, try to catch it for what it actually is. It's not laziness or failure, but it's just your brain being human in a world that's working really hard to steal your attention. And every time you choose the work anyway, even just for 20 minutes and imperfectly, even when nobody's watching, you are building something. You are building the version of yourself who does the work, and that version doesn't get built in a day. But it doesn't need to. It just needs you to start. The plan isn't the work, the research isn't the work is the work, and it's waiting for you. Let me give you something concrete before I let you go. After watching this video, pick 2 or 3 things. And no, don't go and write a list of 10 things that you need to do. No, don't do that. We're not trying to completely overhaul the system. Just pick 2 or 3 things max that you can do today. Even if it's just putting your phone in another room for an hour or going for a walk with a podcast on for 15 minutes. Whatever it is, do it before tomorrow because tomorrow is where dreams go to die. And after watching this video, if something clicked, please share this with someone who needs to hear this too. If you want to go deeper on building a life you actually want while still doing the job, still handling your responsibilities, still being a real person with real constraints, that's exactly what this channel is about. Subscribe if this sounds like your kind of thing, and I'll see you on my next video.